Nigeria. Naija Watch, the only media that have been consistent, speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Naija Watch, no more bad government. Naija Watch, no more bad government. Naija Watch, no more bad government. The only media that have been speaking, no more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Naija Watch, no more bad government. Naija Watch media, no more bad government. No more bad government.
Welcome. My name is Magnus Oroka. This is Woto TV. You know, I was discussing with some friends a little while ago, and they were telling me a few things that Peter Obi must do in order to get the public's vote. And part of it was that the last time they worked for Peter Obi did not give them money. That they worked and worked, but Peter Obi know they released money. And I will tell you once again that Peter Obi will still not release money in the context you want him to release money. First and foremost, let me describe Peter Obi's brand of politics. Peter Obi's brand of politics is very, very unique when compared to the type of politics you are used about. Peter Obi's source of income is not political money. Peter Obi is an astute businessman who raises billions from the convention of business. And anybody who has raised his money through diligence and hard work will not go about dishing out money anyhow. Watch, the richest men in the world spend their money basically on philanthropy. They find where there is need and put that money in those needs, not frivolities. Our politicians want to use the money they've stolen to get recognition, and such that our today's youth see lavishness, a state of being spendthrift, as a way of life, as an admirable way of life. That's not true. Now, Peter Obi will only give money where money is needed. But I also told my friends, I said, look, if your house is on fire and we all rush down with buckets of water, should we ask you to give you money before we put out that fire that is engulfing your house? The answer is no, because at that time, you need the fire on the house to be put out. Nigeria is on fire. Nigeria is at a precipice. You, the ordinary masses, are the direct victims of the failures of government, and you want to be given money to vote in the right leaders? You want to be given money to take the decisions to make Nigeria good? If Peter Obi does not become president, he has a wife and 2 children. He will never go hungry. His children will never go hungry. The direct victim of the poor decisions we make today will be me and you. We have to wait for another 4 years for politicians to come and take our votes again by bags of rice. Peter Obi will never share rice to you because rice is not a need. Peter Obi will never give you money that you eat today because he needs your vote. Peter Obi will only tell you what he will do for you so that you vote for him based on what you heard him say he will do for you. Now, people will say that Peter Obi did not build schools, did not build roads. Now, go and read Peter Obi's manifestos. In his manifestos, did he fulfill what he told Anambrarians that he was going to do? The answer is yes. He didn't tell even though he built roads, but you do not build new roads when old ones are bad. You do not build new schools when the existing schools are dilapidated. Somebody who raised Anambra State academic status from its lowest ebb to number 1 in examinations in Nigeria must have done something strategic to uplift Anambra education to that level. Somebody who stopped insecurity as a time it came to a point where you can actually walk the streets of Onitsha freely at any time must have a strategy. Those who compare Anambra and Nigeria think that Anambra is too small to be seen as a comparative status to Nigeria. You are wrong. Compare the man's character, the man's zeal, the man's approach, what he says. Out of the heart, out of the mouth comes the abundance of the heart. So, for us to understand Peter Obi's politics, we must first look at ways other brand of politics might be appreciated. We will not do politics of sharing rice to you. We will not do politics of sharing money at polling centers so that you vote for us. We can only give you money for work done. We will exchange service for money. The attitude of where people can be bought with money must stop. And that is the Nigeria I want. That is the Nigeria I want you to want. A new Nigeria is indeed possible. Follow this page and share.
2027 election, don't take not bust to 2027 election, don't take another turn. Kwankwaso from Kanu don't resign from NNPP. Yes, the #1 man in Kanu, the man who made NNPP to win over APC, NEC in the last general elections. In fact, a political party that was chaired by him that gave birth to a Kanu governor, right now has said he has resigned from NNPP. Just a few days back, that Peter Obi go Kanu, where we say Rabiu Kwankwaso, the former governor of Kano State, received him. And we could see the crowd, we could see the chair, we could see everything. Now with the year say, he don't resign. In his letter, he wrote that he has had a beautiful moment in NNPP. But looking at the dynamics of Nigerian politics and the fact that the course of things are about to change, he has decided to now identify with another party where they can now work together to effectively bring a new course of direction for the Nigerian nation. And it is clear that his welcoming, his invitation, his acceptance of Peter Obi, his consultation with Atiku, his consultation with Rufai, and other members of ADC, Kwankwaso is going to ADC. Omo, I remember one time I spoke about Kwankwaso and I said that one of his bargaining chip was that if he was going to leave NNPP and come to ADC, it must be the fact that he might be a running mate. And he himself has said he has no problem becoming a running mate for Peter Obi. And if you look at where Peter Obi had his shortcomings in the last general election, that's about the northern part. And we've seen a dynamic colossus, a collusion of these northern politicians coming together, being in the same caucus with Peter Obi. What is now left is the fact that we don't still know if Peter Obi will be given the party ticket. But it is logical, without missing words, that Peter Obi is the popular choice in that party. And if he gets the ticket, and every other party member, including Atiku, including Rufai, including Kwankwaso, so everybody is willing to come together and give him that 100% support, trust me, we are in for a drama in 2027. I understand.
This 74-year-old birthday to Chief Bola Tinubu. President Tinubu, you say you are 74 years old today. No problem. Meaning next year you will be 75. You should be 75. We dey pray make next year you no can't even go be 72. But by next year, if we follow this calendar now and this current template, you should be 75. No problem. Una get mine say una be 74 years old. You even do Thanksgiving that you are 74. No problem. God dey. This our God where they worship for blessed sacraments. He go judge everything. But that is not even my own question for today. At what age now, President Tinubu, if you be 74 this year and 75, at what age will you agree that Nigeria has done enough for you? God don't try for you. From governor of Lagos State 1999, from senator to governor and de facto governor till today, because now you still hold am, to national leader of your All Progressive Congress, to your wife being 3 times senator, to all investment people now don't invest. At what point too now, which age you go one reach or you go fit reach before you go decide, say, you too, you should make sacrifice and allow Nigeria move forward to know that you lack the capacity. We are just coming back from one of the tertiary hospitals for Nigeria, where one of my friends was to do appendix operation. Appendix one rupture for person belle because they no get deposit of how many 100,000. Appendix operation way before. They go operate person, it no cost reach how much. Now for Federal Medical Center, a person don't almost die because they never see money. Now where they do every day where you dey for the hospital, now you they pay, you go pay for gloves, pay for injection, pay for everything. Federal government tertiary health institution. And in 2025, the reason why they provoke 2025 budget, this same all progressive affliction government, according to your own Minister of Health, out of more than 200 billion budgeted for Ministry of Health for capital expenditure, less than 40 million, about 36 million was released to the Ministry of Health. Today for Nigeria, we have more renewed hope buses than we have Federal Ministry of Health ambulances in this country. Because Ori Buruku Lenshe, Oshilenche, but una they go church to go do Thanksgiving at 74. 74 years on this earth, waiting it don't benefit. We they come back from the place where we kukuma go. Because as the kukuma, they operate the boy, in Papa don't die. From there, we don't come back, go village. The roads in Nigeria, this is road. Motor don't spoil there, the people park for road. Why? Because the country don't decide to put all resources to fix coastal highway of how many trillion. And the Lagos corridor of the coastal highway, that's what they do. And the contract will be handed over to friend of president without appropriation, without any bidding, without any open bidding process. That person will be friend to president, go handle contract. And that person is a convicted money offender in the United States and a person convicted for serious violent crimes. Tinubu at 74. At what time Nigerians go benefit from our old age to know that you people have wasted the years and destiny of this country? You are a failure and you should allow Nigeria to be because you don't become Pharaoh. Una they go church, go do Thanksgiving, and this is the country. Look at road, federal government roads. More than 70 to 80% are horrible states. But we need to do coastal highway because the Ori Burukwe when I want do to thief money. Now there the thing go do 15 trillion contract handed over to friend of president without any open bidding. You have no regard for anybody but when they celebrate birthday. When I own to snatch power, grab it and run with it. Even at this one where we say the mandate where they stand on mandate, they collapse. When I still they plan how to still snatch it, grab it by next year again. The Lord reject you, the gods reject you, the people reject you. Nigerians make una wish una president happy 74 according to them birthday. Whether na affidavit have been an age declaration, I don't know. Because Ori Buruku Lenshe, Oshilenche. Nigerian leaders, Oshini. My name is Peter for Nigeria. Make una wish am the birthday. The same way when lights be for Nigeria, and so make the thing be for una life. The same way when una leave our hospital, the way when una the budget money for our hospital, now so God go the budget good health for una too for una own life. Because Ori Buruku Lenshe, you are amongst leaders most miserable.
President wa ṣe birthday. Ẹ wá dákẹ́. Ẹ ṣe bá ní bí kò kàn yín. Tó lè fẹ́ bá ti wá jẹ́. Tí ilé wa bàjẹ́, ayé yín wa bàjẹ́. Ọlọ́mà mú yín wọ́n bí ire. Méjì la dálé ayé, òkè àti ilẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, wọ́n kàn máa wòra wọn ni, wọn ò lè súnmọ́ra wọn. Ọjọ́ tó bá súnmọ́ra wọn, kò ní sẹ́ni tó máa dúró lé ayé mọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Long life for...
All right, so according to Lege Miami, said today na the president's birthday. And we, the people, we are acting as if it does not concern us. And he went up further to say that we won't spoil things for them. Say for that reason, God will punish all of us. So he started to rain curses on all of us. And we are talking about the people where no will support the atrocities and the curses President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his regime don't put on Nigerians. Now, if you ask me to wish President Bola Ahmed Tinubu anything, according to APC and their sympathizers, they said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best president, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have turned things around down to the economy. Say now he be the best president. They talk a lot of things about him, and for this reason, they are saying that this is the reason why they want to vote him again. Now, since una see all wetin they go on for Nigeria, una say na good thing. All wetin they go on for Nigeria, where the common man they cry. People they live from hand to mouth. And with all of this, when I still want to force this same president on us, we don't care about the people. We will make it easy for you. I will wish the president now what the people feel. Not just the president, we wish all his supporters. and for you, Lege Miami. So let's start with you, Lege Miami. First things first. I want to wish you the insecurity and Boko Haram where they pipe people that will locate your family. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. Those Kwara State people where they don't feel stay for their place again, they run because of insecurity. Because Boko Haram, they enter inside their churches, they pipe them. Those people for Benue, where they don't feel sleep, they don't feel go farm, they pipe them. Now so they will buy your family. They will buy your family. Your descendants, they will buy them. Insecurity will locate them. All the people where they nap, where nappers they nap, where Boko Haram they carry, they collect ransom, they celebrate the ransom, they post the ransom online under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime. As you want come cause us, say President they do good thing and we no agree with him. This same thing will happen to your family, your descendants, they no go grow. Nappers go nap them. They go celebrate over the buying of your descendants and all the people where they support them. Somebody say amen. We go back again. People are crying. People are crying. People are living from hand to mouth. This is the worst regime in the history of Nigeria. People are living from hand to mouth. Now, so you said, all which you don't work for Lege, you go dey eat. After this regime, if you finish, by the grace of God, may the will of God happen and the will of the people. I don't know tomorrow. If it happens tomorrow, everything you have ever worked for will go down the drain and you'll be eating from hand to mouth. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. And all the APC members, where they ignore what Nigerians they face, Boko Haram will locate their family. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. Like you're not going to see good. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. Somebody say amen. Now carry Nigeria go 2005 is better than what you people place on in now. And you come they sort of say president they do birthday. Now they benefit from them. You understand? The average Nigerians are crying, they are suffering. People they cry. Even though you people want to force yourself, you have the whole power to do anything you want to do. But don't be surprised. 2027 might surprise you. It was never sure. You see one thing about the future? The future is strong. Some people go celebrate birthday, if it be their last birthday. Nature of it just happen. Why some people will get for that birthday? Some people will celebrate their birthday. That's one thing about nature. As people they plan, now so nature said they plan. Even though you feel say you don't do 99% for your plan, nature will just scatter that plan. So before 2027, a lot of things might actually likely happen. You will never know. People can fall down and not wake up again. That's how the thing happens. It's nature. People can drink water and they go choke. It's nature. Nature happens like that. It is never guaranteed. No matter what you know, you can only predict tomorrow. You can never know tomorrow. That prediction, you don't know how the morning will start. Nobody knows how the morning will start. Nobody knows how the dawn is going to be done. You understand? So as now the feel say, okay, no matter what, so no level. Anyways, I wish, as you say, you force us. I wish the president what Nigerians are currently going through. Since you say, he done better Nigeria. And then to Nigerians, I wish us security. I wish us good life. I wish us good road. I wish us electricity. Because all of this will not get out. Public schools are failing. People they buy. Anyway, and to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I wish you, personally from me to you, I wish that you don't run for 2027. I wish you can take whatever thing you are doing and just go and relax. Just go and sit at home. Enjoy your old age and just rest. Don't acquire a lot of wealth. Just sit down in a garden. Sit down there, enjoy yourself. To be very honest, you don't have the capacity to take this country forward. We have seen it. We have seen it. Insecurity alone. I'm not even talking about the economy of the country. Insecurity alone. That a whole community will be chased out. Kidnappers, they put the money where the ransom where they collect for social media. Nothing is being done. I just wish you can go home, sir, and just rest. And by that time, if you can do this, God blessing will flow upon you. Amen and amen.
Okay, guys, I appreciate every one of you. Thanks for your time with us today. The reason why I come out today, now even they see for screen, so but I'm just showing politics, which is still part of it, corruption and everything that's happening in Nigeria, But meanwhile, before we move on, as we talk, some part of Kwara State, they say is not a ghost city, ghost town in Kwara State for Yoruba side. Because terrorists don't take over there. Watch this.
láti kóyàn níjọ Sunday tó lọ yẹn nínú chọ́ọ̀chì ẹtí bá ibẹ̀ láwà yìí o ọgbẹ́ ti dáni tilẹ̀ láti sọ́wọ́ márùn wàláì jẹ́jẹ́ níbi láti kó sakasẹ́ ẹ o lẹ́yìn àwọn bàbá tó wá gbowó lọ́wọ́ wa yẹn àwọn bàbá nǹkan ẹ̀rọ kan ń sọ wa ní ẹtí bá àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó wà lọ́ọ̀kan àwọn nìkan ló kù nínú òmùgbò wọn ẹ̀dì chọ́ọ̀chì ibi tí láti yìnbọn láti gbé yàn ìjọ Sunday yẹn ibẹ̀ ládé ló mú kú bá ẹ̀tì rí wà ní àwọn pásítọ̀ yẹn lò ìlú ti tú Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa ló mà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ti sanwó bà náà o.
You see how painful it is. What you are seeing here, this place was a town or a city or whatever you would call it in Kwara State. Look, everybody for this town, they don't pursue all of them. All of them. Terrorists don't pursue all of them. When we are telling you we should support good governance, when I say no, we not go agree. We not go agree. Before, not, now they talk, right? They don't they come south. In fact, they don't they say south now. It's happening. You are seeing it. This is the reality of what some of you are building. This is the reality. Tinubu saying be 74 years, I'll be 75, 74 today. That old man now is now 74 today. 74 years. Meanwhile, I'd like us to move on. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thanks for your time with us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Happy Sunday to you all. Mother for Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, my lovely mother. Thanks for all that you do. Abu Azi, I don't know if you are with us today. Good evening to you. Thanks for all that you do, Mother Rita. I can see you, Mother Eugenia, Mother Peggy Modi, Michael Ganemaro, Mr. Johnson Emare, Sharon. Una plenty for years. Agbavo Okworai, Christian CXL, many more. Kate Omoro say in the building. Adewale. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Please do your part by pressing on the like post to share. Pacha, not my dear sister, I can see you as well. Thank you, Lucy Eno, and many more. But I would like us to move on right now. Can you guys hear me? Please confirm my voice as I play this particular video quickly. Then we take it from there. Confirm my voice, please. Thank you.
Remembers Christopher Musa, the current Minister of Defense for Nigeria, the very most celebrated Minister of Defense that was sacked by Bola Ahmed Tinubu a while ago when the news of the purported coup d'etat being planned against the president's office was uncovered. And ever since then, Nigerians started to rally around him. Then the president took advantage of that and appointed him Minister of Defense. But he's been missing in action because there have been several cases of attacks by terrorists, jihadists, and bandits all over Nigeria. But the Minister of Defense have now moved on to play more politics. In fact, he said he's enjoying it. This is him. He was seen recently at the APC convention ground and newsmen did interview him and he said a whole lot. It's an eye-opener.
We are going to watch this video. While you are watching this video, I'm going to play a video of an attack terrorists had on army formations in Kebbi State. We'll have some talk to do with the two videos. Watch it now.
Nigeria, and we're standing for Nigeria. So every political party, as long as it is an approved one by INEC, we don't have any issue with it.
But how does it feel, the transition? You're now a politician officially.
Yeah, you know, the armed forces actually prepares you for this. And being a general, you have the opportunity to serve both as civilian and as military. So I think it's a new challenge, and I'm enjoying it. It's different, but yeah.
So how are you able to just see it, because it's different from the military to democracy?
I have to adjust. I have to adjust a lot of things. You know, I'm used to giving instruction and things are done. Now you have to think twice and give benefit of the doubt, which is okay.
And you'll be standing on the mandate of your governor at the state level, and you'll be standing on the mandate of your president at the national level.
It's a balancing act.
He's definitely enjoying it. You see, Nigeria is a country that has been programmed to fail. The system is broken enough that there is no hope inside. And I say that with all of my faith and hope and belief in this system intact. But I can tell you, every day there is a new resolve to realizing that we are programmed to. This country wasn't programmed to work. It wasn't. That is somebody that got to power that wasn't deserving of it. By the hierarchy, by things, somebody has to resign. A key member of this government had to resign for this guy to be appointed. And since his appointment, he's been hobnobbing, he's been jumping. I do not know the nexus between security and politics. He's wearing the APC cap, represented everywhere. I am not saying he should not serve the paymaster, somebody that is paying him. But excuse me, for someone that got to power, somebody that was appointed based on the fact that Nigerians said this guy looked like somebody that had a whole lot but was held back in his office. He was removed before time, and so bring him back, and maybe he can. It seems to be even worse than anything else. Don't tell me about cabal. Nigeria has been programmed to fail.
Okay, because of time, I'm going to take that out. My brother, Mr. Common Sense, I agree with you 100%, my dear brother. This is where we find ourselves. The Minister of Defense now wearing APC cap. You know, he's not partisan in his own duty. I have never seen this before. A Minister of Defense wearing APC cap. Okay, I would like us to move on. Let me switch. Before I switch, guys, please press on the like, help us to share. Also press on the dollar sign. Nobody don't buy me coffee today. I will appreciate if you can do that. Thank you very much. God bless you. But remember, we have a contribution that is going on. People have stopped donating for now. I don't know why. It's costing me a lot to run this broadcast every day. In fact, I never wanted to come out today. Somebody drew my attention to this particular story of Herbert Wigwe around 5 p.m. this evening. And I said, wow, can we talk about it tomorrow? He said, please, Mr. Najawash, let's talk about it today. That's why I came out. So I have to just put other videos together because there's things to always talk about every day anyway. But come on, guys. Come on. If you have PT and you know that I'm spending excessively to run this broadcast to bring information to you, and you want to support the good people that have already contributed, that's the account number right there. Do your part. I will really, really do appreciate this. You know, it has been very, very slow so that we can meet up with the fundraising and have our own solar back again so that we can have a smooth broadcast here every day. You know, that's the account number. I'll be looking forward to at least announcing some contribution today. God bless you all. And if you want to buy me coffee, the dollar sign is right there blinking at you. And press on the like and also help us to share. But I'd like to quickly come back to this. You know, then I have some videos to take you guys back. Who is Herbert Wigwe? Herbert Wigwe. Let me take this article quickly here. Then we take it from there. As you can see right there, coming from The Nation. Report links Herbert Wigwe to 106 London properties. The late Group Chief Executive Officer
GCEO of Access Holdings PLC, Herbert Wigwe, has been linked to the ownership of 106 properties in London alone. In case you don't know what this means, guys, Herbert Wigwe, if he's late now, he's gone. He died the same day with his wife and his son, with other person as well, but we're talking about his family now. If he was linked with 106 properties in London, I wonder how many properties this man was having in Nigeria, Dubai, Canada, America, Europe. I don't know. I'm always assuming. Herbert Wigwe, I didn't really know this man before he died. He's just one of those that you just look past, like you don't have interest in them until he died. And I was very, very touched how he died, the plane crash. He died the same time with his wife and his son and all that. But listen, guys, this man died as a billionaire in pounds. Tell me, what do one person want use 106 house they do for only London? Not other countries, not in Nigeria. But meanwhile, before we get there, I would like us to move on, to showcase. Remember that our papa, what do they call this? Our papa, they call our papa that called out Herbert Wigwe one time. This is our don't forget the name. This is our politician. What's his name again now?
Bode George.
Bode George. Oh, thank you, say the yes. Remember that Bode George called out this man. He said people should check Herbert Wigwe where he gets his word from. That was what Bode George said at that time. Let me see if I can find that video for you quickly. Okay, I got it. Listen to this.
Who became MD of Access Bank? Immediately, with the other young man left, has now established a university. He has the temerity to be advertising that university on.
Thank you, moderator.
CNN. You see them. How can an MD? Who the heck is Emefiele? Elumelu? What did he do? Where is the factory? He was a bank man, a floor bank man. Somehow got license. At the same time, we are Adeola. All of them stupendously wealthy now. Wigwe, who became MD of Access Bank, immediately with the other young man left, has now established a university. He has the temerity to be advertising that university on CNN. Wigwe University. That's personally established by him. Where is the money? Where is his factory? Access Bank. What is the practice? They release dollars to them on monthly basis. They use the dollars. If it's at 1 to 100, they will get it through the mailer to say 1 to 200. You see that profit. What do they do with it? Who are the commercial people that really need it and get it? Most people get back to the mala.
Sorry.
But no, you hardly will get from the bank. Unless you are... Is that commercial activity? So what they had done to this nation, they must all be invited for discussion. Because the rottenness started from that. And it's been going on for years. But it has exploded now on our faces. And what Emefiele did Have you ever seen any central bank of any country giving personal loan to individuals? Are we mad? What was going on in his head? Commercial bank? You turn the central bank to a commercial bank. Central bank that should be responsible for your fiscal and monetary policies. They forgot completely. And then he had the temerity to say, I wanted to contest as president.
They don't forget, whatever these guys are doing is a deliberate thing. They have in fact, it's a syndicate, a criminal engagement. These people. That means whatever they do, the person who's supposed to ask them have already been initiated into that satanic syndicate group. So you can't ask them that question anymore. Herbert Wigwe died with so much money. 2 years after his death, they just discovered that he was having 106 properties in London. I'd like us to go back a little bit. Let's listen to what this particular man have to say here. I just hope I find all this video. Okay, let me start from here.
Of Nigeria, the United States National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, has released pictures of the location where the helicopter carrying the former Chief Executive Officer of Access Holdings, Mr. Herbert Wigwe, and 5 others crashed on February the 9th. Mr. Wigwe, his wife, Doreen, their son, Chizi, and the former chairman of the Nigerian Exchange Group, Abimbola Ogunbanjo, died following the crash on an Airbus EC-130 helicopter close to the California-Nevada border near Holloran Springs. The images released by Michael Graham, who's a board member of the NTSB, says that they visited the site and outlined the activities conducted on the first full day of investigation, showing the NTSB officials observing the wreckage at the site. While emphasizing the agency's commitment to a meticulous examination of the scene, Mr. Graham said the team conducted aerial drone mapping and documented the wreckage. According to him, various electronic devices and onboard equipment were recovered at the scene for further examination and analysis.
Relationship between customers in Idumota and Onitsha, you'll be shocked that there is a very strong correlation. So if you rush to go and close a branch, it must affect your liability. So it requires some deep analytics, all right, for you to get there. Now we have an idea what it may come to, but the whole idea is that you now take the staff from there, you retool them or reskill them, all right, and apply them differently.
CEO of Access Bank died today on a helicopter. What a demise, my people. Listen to him speak. Now, wow.
Starting with our chairman, you see, for what you people are doing here in Isoko, for everybody where they here, this now on a project. When I go protect them with anything we wanna get. No university will go there like this. No be for Nigeria, for Africa. On my life, on my children, nothing will compare to this university. All of our children, Yes. Now this school they go. We go already by next week. The remaining buildings will start. 2,000 people go to work for here. Amen. We don't want security problem. No way. No security problem. No shit. Because this thing that all of us get up. Anybody want to spoil them? We finish up.
What a big name.
Bank, Access Bank manager, the owner of Access Bank is already dead, and many of his family. Where is that money? That is what you must say. Is this man is the CEO of Access Bank. The money is there, but the money cannot save his life. And today, this man that have already acquired such wealth, he don't know where the wealth is today. What a legacy. If we talk about the history of such man, tell me what this man have done on this generation. In lockdown, where did such a man be found in all such wealth that he has made? Look at how he died. In all his money and billionaire and trillionaire. The day that bringing him back here in Nigeria is no more in a private jet. It was packaged on a gasket. And they keep him at the back of the flight. We must humble ourselves. Charity is a power. Anytime you see yourself have money, that money is not for you alone. That is why I can kill people here, deliver them, and still give them money. Because Jesus is love. Today, where is Ifan Oba? I'm a voice to the world so that those people that are listening to me and taking my video to different kinds of platforms, so that all of you that use it to catch clues, so that many of you will be hearing anger of God to you that has the riches and make money, and it thought that the money is for you alone. No.
To be honest, this one shocked me. It shocked me because I was one of the people that I'm a very emotional person, though, you know, that felt how he died alongside his wife and his son at the same time on that helicopter crash in America. But listen, guys, like I say, this country is a country where anybody that got the opportunity, they pack the money, they don't care. Do you know, say, now every 12 in the midnight, now bank till they take charges for my account. Now till they receive alerts. 100 naira charges, 150 charges, 250 naira charges, 80 naira charges. Did every day. Because they know if you have to call bank for 90 naira or 100 naira, you will pay more money on your credit to call them. If you have to go to the bank to complain of 200 naira taken from your account, you will pay more on petrol to drive there. Every day. I've asked myself so many times that who is monitoring these people? Is there any kind of regulation body that is monitoring these people while they're collecting money from citizens, how they like? My people, I say every day, I must see Allah for midnight, say they take money from my account. Anyway, I would like to learn from my panelists. Although this is shocking. 106 houses in London. We are not too sure. Maybe this matter not can be like Abasha Wahala, Abasha Loot. Where they still they return to tomorrow, we never still finish. But why is it that human beings are so greedy? Human beings are greedy, selfish, heartless. Why? Especially in my own country where I came from, Nigeria. Why is it always like that? You want to make the whole world. So one day you will be no more. Okay, look. I don't want to. It's a sensitive case, but let me allow people to speak. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Press on the like, help us to share. Let me start with Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, thank you, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you. I would like you to talk to us. Mr. Jonathan, you're not there. Okay, let me go with Madarita. Madarita, please, if you're there, talk to us. Good evening to you, ma'am.
Mr. Elvis, good afternoon.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sweet Mommy D, Lamehi, Mr. Jonathan, if you're there, make yourself known.
Please hold on. Mr. Joseph Oji is on the phone. Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
Mr. Joseph Oji, go ahead, sir. Mr. Joseph Oji, we can't hear you. Oh, the line don't cut again. Hold on, guys, please. Hello, Mr. Joseph Oji, are you there?
Oh. We'll talk about the burial, the situation generally, and link it to Buhari's burial. You know, our position, as old as they are, these people don't have conscience. They don't have conscience. Mr. Elvis, if you look, if you can cast your mind back during Buhari's burial, you know, you can see the distance where our President Tinubu and other dignitaries were sitting down. I mean, I was thinking that sight was enough to, you know, to break their mind and their thinking. Because with all this all this running around here and there, you want this, you want that, look at the end. Nothing. Look at the end. You fight this, you fight opposition. Look now you lock this man, fight down, float all the laws, the constitution law, lock him up. Suddenly, the woman, the mother died because that's why he went to Egypt. I'm very sure that woman is going through some medical treatment in Egypt. And you invited him to come back. The guy came on his own. You invited and he told them when I'm coming back. That drama at the airport was he called for? It's not called for. What are you holding opposition for?
What happened at the airport? You mean Erufai?
Yes.
Okay.
Now look at the gathering. I'm talking about the gathering today in Kaduna. The whole APC store, all APC henchmen were all there, commiserating with Erufai.
Okay.
It's a shame. Look at what Tinubu. Let me tell you, Tinubu needs to. He needs guy. As old as this man is, our president. I don't think all these people who are going to say his strategies is smart. There's no human face in this man. There's no human face, and it's not as if he doesn't know better. Look at this Wigwe something we are playing now. Look at, with all this, I want this, I want that, I want that. We are at all the problem. We're waiting. And I don't know, these people, their conscience is dead. They are dead. What in the drag for this world? What do you look for? What are all this money you are investing? What do you want to can do?
I don't know.
It's a total shame. It's a total shame. They don't know that, look, we gave you that authority to go and serve us. The voters, Nigerians,
okay.
Do everything for you to go and serve. To go and serve humanity, serve your country.
Thank you, sir.
It's a shame. It's a shame, Mr. Elvis. These people are not. It's a shame, you know, that we are. I don't know. These people are the aim of our affairs in our country. It's a total shame.
Thank you.
They don't have conscience at all. I don't say I should liken this to. If you marry the whole thing together, the man at the aim of our affairs is. You know, if this man and my father, now you going to fight. I'm telling you, I'm going to cause him. I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. Do you know why it's sad? If you check most of the people that is criticizing government today, like I've said so many times on this platform, that is saying Tinubu not good, the other one not good, Atiku not good. If you give them opportunity to sit in that same seat, they will do worse. That's why I am more worried about Nigerians that are not in power yet than our satanic leaders that are already there. Because most of their mindset now is just criminality. Most of their mindset is criminality. Mother Deborah, talk to us. Thank you, man. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, man. Good evening to you, man. Talk to us.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, good evening to everyone watching. You're welcome to today's program. I've seen the videos you've been showcasing. To me, I'm not surprised. This is even somebody who is not a politician, who is not a governor, who is not a senator. He can amass that so much wealth. And then the question is, how did they have access to that much money? You can now understand why you cannot get dollar from Nigerian banks. You have to go and get from
Aboki.
Yes. So this is all their own making to make life difficult for the average Nigerians while they enrich themselves. Otherwise, which business did he do to acquire the money to buy the 100 and something properties in London? Mr. Elvis, you and I live in this UK. Do you know how hard it is to even get one property?
Yeah. Huh?
So can you even afford to pay cash for one property?
He gets 106. 106. All of them was bought with cash. Hey.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So in London, though, not even Manchester or one low budget city for London, that properties are extremely expensive.
Madam Deborah, did he end there? What about other countries like Canada, America, Europe, Dubai?
Yeah, we don't even know the ones. Yeah, we don't know which ones, how many he has there.
Ew.
Yeah. So
Now what?
I can assure you now, even the person who took over from him is probably planning the same, is probably doing the same thing now or planning to do the same thing. It's like a cycle. Yeah. Until we have a proper system. You see, why I'm saying this is nobody should be surprised. We'll continue to have this kind of things going on in Nigeria. Anybody who 99% of people who will have opportunity in Nigeria today, they will steal. Because they know that there's no system that is going to checkmate them. Yes.
Okay.
And so long as we have this kind of corrupt government in place, that we have systems that are not functioning, we'll continue to have this kind of problem. Yes. We'll continue to have this kind of problem. Can you now imagine how many houses the senators, the governors, how many?
All of them are just heartless.
But so long as you see, even in the UK here and all these countries, the only reason why you see politicians are not corrupt and this kind of things are not happening is because there's checks and balances. It's because they have a system. You know that if you do anything like that, the system is going to fish you out. So long as we don't have a functioning system in place, you shouldn't be surprised when this kind of things happen. Yeah. If not that, because he passed away, I can assure you that we'll never know.
Exactly.
Nobody will bring it out because he will make sure that he protects all his investments in a way that nobody will ever know that he owns those properties. The only reason why this is coming out now is because he's passed away. So sometimes, I just feel so long as this kind of system we have in Nigeria where nothing is functioning, this corrupt system that is currently in place in Nigeria, this is the kind of thing that you're going to see.
All right.
You're going to see people stealing from public funds. All of those kind of things will keep happening. Exploitation continue to happen. That's why we are hoping that we have a government where there will be accountability, a system that is working. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, Madam Debbie. Oh, Baba. All of them just have a mindset of stealing. All of them. The government, the people, what did they happen? Tinubu must go, Tinubu must go, Tinubu must go. We are not even sure if people though Peter Obi even win tomorrow now. The people that want to work on that Peter Obi, do you know who they are? The same people that already hated themselves. Peter Obi never even win. He never be president. They already hated themselves amongst themselves. The problem is just too much. That's why I said it the other time. Can we have a leader that can treat everybody equally? Everybody. A leader that will not allow anybody to be above the law. I'm not sure we will have that leader anytime soon. Don't get me wrong. I'm supporting Peter Obi today. Peter Obi can give me a better Nigeria more than the previous leaders in Nigeria. That's why I'm supporting him. But can Peter Obi give me that leader that me, myself, I really, really want? I'm not sure Peter Obi can give it to me. I believe Peter Obi will also be selective. He will be doing the right thing. He will not allow corruption. He will not allow this insecurity. But in terms of penalization, Peter Obi will still be careful not to step on some toes. I'm looking for a leader. That leader that will decide, like Traore in Burkina Faso. A leader that will say, this is it. Any past leaders go down. Can we have that leader? Do you see, let's be honest, do you see that in Peter Obi, for example? That if Peter Obi become our president, he can be that leader. I want to hear from you because I'm here to learn. That's what I'm asking. In anybody giving submission today, please answer me. Do you see Peter Obi as a leader? I'm not asking if you see Peter Obi if he can repair the country. I already know. That's why I'm supporting him. Insecurity, can he solve it? Yes, I know. Corruption, can he? Yes. But can he step on some toes? On that one, me is a no. Except I'm being convinced. Maybe, like some people are saying, no, we still need to start from somewhere. We need to start from somewhere. And then, there's another question I would like to ask. We're clamoring for Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi. By God's grace, Peter Obi become a president tomorrow. Right? And Peter Obi don't rule the time he command. What is that guarantee that whoever that is coming can continue, that continuity will be there from where Peter Obi stopped? What's the guarantee? That we will not go back to where we are coming from. Mr. Joseph Oji, please quickly talk to us. 1 minute, sir.
Thank you. Just thank you for allowing me back in. On Mr. Peter Obi, what you are just saying, the only thing, given what he did in Anambra, he will not interfere with ICPC. He will not interfere with EFCC. He will allow them to do their job judiciously. That's the only thing. If they start using security agents like what the solar lot are doing, and again, before starting, he would have read the Riot Act to them. He would have informed them what he wants, what his government wants. But if they start using security to do all those things, he probably will just remove the man at the helm of affairs there and change it. But he will not interfere. Even if now his own brother, his own person, and then carry.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's the way. He will just allow everything, the process to happen.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Oji. All right. I would like to respond to you, Oluomo. You said politicians in the UK are not corrupt. Sit down there. You see, like I said, you are one of the people that is supporting the big problem we are facing in Nigeria today. I never mentioned there's no corruption in the UK or America or anywhere, but I've lived in the UK almost all my life. I'm living the best life there. The best life. There was a time I don't have work. I was on a social security benefits, job seekers allowance benefits, housing benefits, and all were being paid without I not remind them. I have security in the UK. I have good lifestyle, peace of mind in the UK. So what are you talking about? Are we here debating if corruption in the UK? The corruption in the UK, nobody is seeing it. Even upon all the best they are giving to us in the UK, there are people still complaining and demanding for more. But you are here justifying what your satanic principles are doing in Nigeria. In fact, I will not waste my energy on you today. You are gradually showing who you are on this platform, which is a good thing. Everybody is seeing you. Thank you very much, everyone. Mr. Jonathan, are you there now?
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, can you hear me now?
Yes, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Okay, all right. So sorry about that. Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Yes,
good
sir.
evening there in Lagos, Nigeria. God bless you for the good work you are doing. I greet you. And I greet Madam Rita. Good afternoon to you there in Toronto. God bless you. And Mommy Diaspora, good evening. God bless you greatly. And then my fellow commenters and callers, I greet you all. You're welcome. God bless you abundantly. You know, it's interesting, the topic of today. But first of all, before I go forward, let me just again thank all the donors and contributors to this effort to get a solar system for the Nigeria Watch broadcast. God will continue to bless you as you all continue to do more. God will bless you. So, you know, Mr. Elvis, it's so interesting, the topic that came out today, you know. I've always said on this platform that the Nigerian banks are not doing banking. People who are listening to me over time on Nigeria Watch, we know I've said that over and over again, that they are not doing banking. They are into something else. And that is one of the problems with the Nigerian economy. You know, there's no time because we are on a social media platform. I'll just say my bit here just to put out some information there for people to know one or two things. And those who already know, you know, we also, you know, learn some more. You see, one of the reasons why, let me start with this. The current governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, apart from the fact that he's playing politics as a banker, is a top-notch banker. Unless he prove himself otherwise, maybe in the future. But as a banker, Charles Chukwuma Soludo played this role within the Nigerian economy. When in 2004, just after about a year after Obasanjo got his second term, when he brought in the likes of, you know, Madam Ese Kwesili, Okojo Onwela, you know, Okojo Onwela was actually those that recommended him, and he appointed Charles Soludo as a governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. You know, normally they get 5 years, get 5 years, and then the president can extend, give you another 5 years. Knowing, you know, Charles Soludo, you see this trick, See, I got my finance training in North America. So when people are talking, you see all these things, we know them. All this game, we know them. We know them. But this is not even where to expose all of them. But those who know, we know. We know them. We know all this game. See, when Charles Soludo came in, he brought in that knowledge. The first thing he did was that, which is normal, which is how it should be. But in Nigeria, we don't have it. And he created so many enemies for himself. But Obasanjo shielded him, protected him. The first policy of the central bank when Charles Soludo came in was that all CEO of Nigerian banks, commercial and merchants, you only have 10 years. After 10 years, you must resign. You cannot be more than 10 years. So it became an official policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. So all the CEO began to run eta-sketa. Because most of them, the bank is their personal property. Even though they are publicly listed, but the bank is their. I thank you for the video of that documentary on Wigwe and his partner, Ike Imokwede, is their own. The hostile takeover, the acquisition of Access Bank. They went through the bank, they started buying the shares, started buying secretly, until they have the majority ownership, and they struck that they want to take over the bank. But Chasoludo came in and said, you only have 10 years. It cannot be your personal property. 10 years. But the advantage that Wigwe had was that there are two already. They start two of them. So even if one spend his 10 years and leave, the other one takes over automatically. So you can see the advantage that both of them, which other banks. That's right. So the likes of Jim Ovia of Zenith had to go. And the way Soludo did it was that policy is retroactive. It's not that it's beginning when he made that policy in 2004. So if you are already CEO as a 2000, by 2010, you got to go. It's not that it's kicking in. That 2004, you're already CEO for 4 years, then the 10 years starts from, no. It starts from 2004, so you will leave 2014. No, it starts from the day you'll be CEO. So all of them started running eta-sketa. So they knew quite well that so you will now see, by 2010, Jim Ovia got to go. By 2010, the likes of the GTB Bank, Tayo Aderinoku had to go. By 2010, Tony Elumelu of UBA had to go. All of them. The Union Bank CEO had to go. Erastus of, we all know the story of Intercontinental Bank. Akigbola, former CEO Intercontinental Bank, had to go. But between that 2004, when Soludo made that policy, and 2010, it was a battle to finish. So they got to amass as much as possible. Goodness me. These guys had to amass as much as possible. That was the first killer punch that Soludo gave to them. The second killer one that he gave to them was that they are not capitalized. They don't have money. This is just a family, a bedroom business that they are doing in Nigeria. If you do, as at that time, I think it capped it to 22 billion naira. 22 billion naira as at that time was a lot of money. Most of these banks don't even have 500 million. They don't even have 1 billion or 2 billion. They cap it, so they have to be joining themselves together, merging together, so that they can meet that 22 billion capitalization that Soludo gave to them. At the end of the day, many of those banks, many of them went under. The surviving ones, Zenith, Access, GTB, UBA, became the champion of the Nigerian banking industry. Now, how did they do it now that they amass so much money, these CEOs? As I said, remember, they are not doing banking. Bank did is that was the first time in Nigeria that the banks, all of them, started selling their shares in the open markets. So you will all recall, many Nigerians started buying shares like crazy. They started buying shares. The first time in the history of Nigeria, Nigerians, many Nigerians, we know one or two, they bought shares like crazy. They started buying the shares. Zenith Bank, UBA, Access Bank, Intercontinental. They started buying their shares. Here is the game. These CEOs, what they did was that, see, they issue shares to themselves from the inside. As many as some of them issue shares to their gardener, their mama we did for village. They issue shares to their cook. People that you don't know, and the shares they issue them is in the millions. They issue these shares to them, unknowing to the investing public. They issue these shares to them. That was how they cash out on Nigerians. And to their favor, they raised this year like a pump, like what they call pump and dump. That was what they did. So they pump up the shares of this stock, all these CEOs. By 2007, the shares of the Nigerian banks plummeted. I mean, by that time, Nigerians have put so much money into it. So much. All these shares crashed, literally crashed. So they took all those shares that they gave to their cleaner in their house, their gardener, their village, whatever. You know, it is still their own. It is their own. That the village where the gardener we no sabi anything. They didn't just there for his name, and they dump it. That was the first cash for them, for all these CEOs, because they knew 2010 they are going. So they started fighting seriously. Soludo. The first thing under normal setting, considering what Soludo has done 2004 to 2009. In a normal country, the president is supposed to extend his 5-year tenure. Yar'Adua came in. The first thing Yar'Adua did, he kicked Soludo out. The Nigerians have to know all these things because it's relevant, because of today's topic. Yar'Adua kicked Soludo out. And guess who? He put Sanusi Lamido, who is now the emir there. He put him there. So we all know the story, the corruption that followed him. If Soludo tenure had been extended for another 5-year period, Nigeria will not be where we are today, economically. So that was the first thing that these bankers, that was how they swindle Nigerians, by issuing shares to themselves. They are issuing shares to themselves and turning around and selling it. When Nigeria, those shares that they issue shares and they go to the stock exchange and they started pumping it. They started pumping it. Nigerians are buying more and more, not knowing that they have loaded their gardener. They have loaded their mama with day for village. They have loaded with the shares of all these banks, without exception. All of them. Without exception. That was the first prank, or the first, what do I call it now? Yeah, that's the first game they played on Nigerians. The second one, how they make money. All these banks, they are not in the banking business. Never, all of them are not in. This is a personal thing. So they needed a governor of the central bank that will look the other way. They needed a governor, the central bank governor, that will just look the other way. The other one, the second one, is the business they do in the oil industry. These guys, they are the one that will, this is how the likes of Wigwe made his money. There's no hard and fast rule about it. There's no secret behind it for those who know. The first one I've just described. The second one is the oil and gas sector. They are the one collecting through their proxies this subsidy that we talked about. They play the game of subsidy. They play it perfectly well. They are the one through their proxies that are bringing in petrol to Nigeria. That is why you will go to Nigerian banks. You cannot get a loan. No matter how fantastic your plan is, no matter how credit worthy you are as an ordinary person, you don't have link, you don't have contact with them, you can't get a dime from the Nigerian banks. It is only those that are within the clique or where they have interest that you can easily get a loan. Primarily politicians. But as a Nigerian businessman who is looking, let me start from 10 million naira, who want to run your business, You want to facilitate your business. You want to expand your business so that you can employ 1 or 2 or 3 Nigerians, and you need 10 million. You aren't going to get it from these guys, because all this money, they packed it together. They are using it to bring diesel and petrol to Nigeria. It was a fast one for them, a very fast business for them. You're not going to get any loan. So they are not in the business, and that was Soludo was after them. They are not in the business of banking. This one is very extensive. There's no time to dwell on it. The third one that they do, how they acquire, is the forex. That one is the one that many Nigerians know. You see, the first two that I described, that is like 80% of where their wealth came from. That forex is just like 20%, because that forex, it is chop, I chop. It is chop, I chop. It comes from the central bank. There are middlemen in between. So they are not, and then the governors, the politicians come after them. You got to give them money. You got to allocate dollars to them as well. So they can't eat all of it. Even though they go to central bank and every week, say Zenith Bank gets $500 million, the CEO cannot swallow the entire $500 million by himself, because people already know, politicians know. So he will get his cuts, but all the other people will also come. They need dollars, so he has to give to them. So on that forex, they are making money on it, but it's not only them. They got to share it. But the first two that I described, especially the second one, the crude oil, goodness me, that is where they wreck Nigeria. These banks, they are not in the business of banking. Banking is simply the business of giving people loans, loaning people, businesses money. That is just primarily what it is. You make money on top of what people deposit into your bank. You are giving them 2%. People will deposit their money into your banks, but you are using the money to give loans and be netting 5 or 6%. Simple, period. The simple definition of banking for a kindergarten, you want to explain it to your 3-year-old who is running around and is telling you, Daddy, what is this? What you take your 3-year-old to the bank and she's asking you, what is this they are doing here? That your 3-year-old will understand it. People bring their money to the bank give them 2%, the bank turns around and use it for loan and charge 5%. That is it. They are not doing that in Nigeria as we speak. So the economy cannot grow. So even when we talk of consumption to production, there is still a lot that has to be done on the banking side. That policy of consumption to production must align with the banking policy. They must work. There must be synergy, and a very strong one for that matter. If not, it will just be on paper. It will not work. At the very best, it will be a mediocre policy. For that policy to be effective, the banking industry has a big role to play. You got to be able to give people loans, as we say it in our Nigerian corner, as in pure water. I mean, as in people will wake up in the morning, they walk into the bank, they can get a loan, as long as they are credit worthy. They got to be able to get it. That's how the economy expands. That's not what they are doing in Nigeria. So it's unfortunate, the likes of this guy. But in a nutshell, for me, that's how the likes of Wigwe made his money. The first two that have until today, they still hold on to millions of shares, if not billions. They continue to issue shares from the inside. You know, if you own the bank, if you own a company, you can issue shares, I mean, on your bed, inside your bedroom, inside your toilet. You can issue shares to whoever you want to issue shares to. It's all paperwork. And once the shares mature, you can take it to the capital market and sell. Shares that you did not pay for. You did not pay for. You can issue it via just a board resolution. Just board resolution. The CEO of the bank. People, I hope people are, anyway, don't let me go deeper. You can just issue shares via board resolution. The CEO of the company can just sit down and say, ABC, Nigeria Wash has performed XYZ services. Therefore, the board of directors have decided to issue 10 million shares in exchange for the services rendered. Period. That shares is issued. Or those shares will be issued. They are issued. And they will wait 1 year, 2 years for it to mature. And Nigeria Wash or the company, whoever, sorry, I'm using Nigeria Wash. I just want people to relate. And then you take the shares and then you take it in, give it to your broker, it gets in, and then you start to liquidate, start to dispose of it. And then the CEO may be the one that owns it 100%, just using this company as a front. That is what they do. So there are many ways through which if you do your financing education in North America or in UK or in any advanced countries, all these ones are elementary. You will learn them. That's why when Wigwe and these tricks, if you go to schools, good schools, and you learn all these things, that thing will make you go crazy. Is this money? And you have the capacity? That thing will make you go wild when they open it for you. But in America and UK, when you see CEO of banks, when they leave, when they complete their tenure, some of them go back to universities to go and to lecture. That experience, that knowledge, they bring it back. But our own, no. Where are they today? Where is Jim Ovia today? Where is he lecturing? Which university is Jim Ovia? Where? Tony Elumelu today, where? Which university? Which business school? The only person I can give credit to, the only one person in the entire Nigeria is this man. This man who is supporting Peter Obi, who is always go with Peter Obi of the Lagos Business School. His name has got off my head now. He's the only one. In America, the former CEO. That is why when you go to Harvard, you are in your class, you will see the former CEO of Bank of America, the former CEO of Chase Morgan. They are taking one course or the other. They are the one, they bring this knowledge back. Institutions give them big money to come and to lecture. But Nigeria is being wasted. You can't see them in any Nigerian universities. You cannot see them transferring this knowledge. Practical one, not theoretical. Practical knowledge within the banking industry as the head, as the CEO. You bring it to the class. You can't see them in Nigeria because they are busy with the oil and gas industry. They are busy with foreign exchange manipulation. They are busy with manipulating the stock market. So that's just what it is. So they are doing it. So the guy made this money. It is only the system that can correct it going forward. This thing is still going on as we speak today. Mr. Tinubu is enjoying it. These people are, they are the ones that are there. They are enjoying it. They are taking advantage of it. Don't mind him when he said it's not part of the arbitrage. It's not part of it. It's not playing that game. Please discard that. They are all in it. They are doing it till now. So, Mr. Elvis, let me leave it there for now before I then go to, you brought this topic, but that's much I can say for now before I go to politics. If I have the opportunity again. Thank you very much.
When I call you again, you can go for politics. Thank you very much. I have to give you that time because I want to learn more about it. So to listen to you, thanks for your wonderful submission, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Manda Peggy Modi, for the super chat already. Guys, we're going to press on the dollar side now. Assist what we are doing here. And also, nobody have contributed to the cause of our donation today. We are looking forward to 1 or 2 person doing that, please. And the light is also very, very low. If you can press on the like, that would be very, very nice. Copy the link, also help us to share. I'd like us to hear from Mandarita. Mandarita, thanks for your long wait and your patience. We'd like to listen to you. Good evening to you once again.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis. Happy Palm Sunday for those people who believe in Palm Sunday. And yes, Easter is coming close. Greetings to you, Mr. Jonathan. It was a very good lecture. I was actually enjoying it. And like you said, there's a lot of people who know about this kind of this manipulation in the banking sector, especially in Nigeria, which I feel is very, very different because everything in Nigeria is not normal like every other country. Also, greetings to everybody in the comment section. Peddy Mogi, Uyi Desmond, Dr. Happy Life, Sendam, 84, 85, Peggy Modi, Clement Okoli, Frank Emmanuel, Ifeanyi, and Anna Ko, Clement Okoli, I mentioned that before, Michael Laba, Olumo Alamo, Arins TV, Black Panther, you should be here, Grace, God's Grace, and Adewale Shariki, Christian CXL, yes, and Mr. Joseph Oji, thank you for calling, sir, and every other person as well. I'm sorry if I didn't mention your name. Yes, I think I'll just, continue from where Mr. Jonathan was speaking about. Now, your topic is the hidden wealth. What we found about Wigwe's, Herbert Wigwe's UK 106 properties. I think I don't know if it was last week. I was reading something. I got this news, and then they said there's only one sultan. It's from Saudi. I don't know, one of these oil-rich Arab countries. Like Wigwe surpassed his number of properties over that sultan, who was the highest owner of property. I think that one had, I don't know if it's 100 or 102 or less. I don't really know, but yeah, that was the caption that I saw, online. Mr. Elvis, I have a question. And maybe I can ask everybody. Do you think that Herbert Wigwe owns all those properties?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe some of these politicians hide this side. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh my God! I was listening to a podcast, some time ago, like last month or so, and the podcast was about a US CIA agent. He was talking. He said he mentioned three parts of where rich people, bankers, and billionaires hide their money. One of them is at work. Yes, at work. The other one is horses. You'll be surprised, most of these people who own polo clubs, I think Herbert Wigwe was part of a polo club in, is it Dorchester? I can't remember, or something. They hide the wealth in horses, at work, shell companies. And sometimes it could be your wealth could be listed under an entity or a corporation. So that's why I asked that question. Like, do you really think? And most of these multi-billionaires, most of them, even if they own properties, they do not like their name to be tagged on those properties. It could be under a trust name. I mean, educate yourself about finances. Mr. Jonathan, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. And those of you who are listening, you understand banking, finance, and how the world works when it comes to money, at least to some extent. I mean, nobody knows it all. I don't know it all, but I am the kind of person I really like to learn. But I just told you, much rich people's wealth, they keep it in artwork, they buy horses, and they have shell companies, or they might put it under a trust. So you might see a big building there. It might be called ABC Company, but you might not really, really know who truly owns the company. Sometimes they use individuals to front their wealth, and so you think it's that person that owns it, but in actual fact, that's not the person that owns it. But I'm not saying this is the case for the late Herbert Wigwe. I don't know him before, and it's I think Herbert Wigwe's death is one death that that will forever haunt Nigeria. It's something that it's even if you don't know them, that you just feel so pained when you think about an entire family, just go. I mean, obviously there was another person there, and of course the helicopter driver. I mean, but focusing on this man now, there's no way you wouldn't really have that human feeling like, oh my God, wife, son, and the person, and then somebody else's was also there. I've forgotten the man's name now. That's somebody's father. And it's sad. It's sad, but this is the post his death now, with all the controversies surrounding his passing, and after his passing, and see his partner, his father issue and his daughter. It's pretty messy, and I don't believe that nobody will really wish to be in this kind of situation. And it also tells you that money really is not everything. Money is useful, but money is not everything. And sometimes you might think you are living a good legacy, but before you get to that peak, there are things you must have done that could affect your legacy when you are no longer there. And I see somebody making comment, nobody spoke while he was alive. Cowards are speaking now. I mean, we saw Chief Bode just was speaking. He was alive as at that time. And maybe some other people were speaking, but you're not even aware. So you can't even say, why are people talking now? You don't know if people were talking before. I mean, Mr. Elvis just played something from, Chief Bode George. I mean, that is somebody speaking amongst others who you don't know. So sometimes when people make comments, I usually look at it as, it's probably is ignorance and is lack of information. And you can't really blame them, because that is the perspective that they want to see, or that is the comprehension that they know. As Mr. Jonathan has explained, I know you were kind of give a history, but I just want to say something, because somebody was kind of challenging me a while ago. I don't want to mention the person's name because it's not necessary now. I think about, I was reading something on the internet, and it says how Intercontinental Bank was taken down and Access Bank suddenly became one of the 10th biggest bank in Nigeria, like, within a very short space of time. It was ranked number 69 or so, and it became, that's the, after 2000 and, I know it's in the early 2000s, though, that's when it just became so like big. But it said, I was reading something about Sanusi. It said when Sanusi was CBN governor, and this is kind of correlating with what Mr. Jonathan was saying. And the reason why we say this, so that people would understand. And we actually say, okay, this guy is probably his properties. I mean, he worked for the money. Wherever he worked for the money is his property. And it says, based on such results, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, in his capacity as governor of Central Bank, facilitated the acquisition of Intercontinental Bank by Herbert Wigwe's Access Bank through the following actions during the 2009 to 2011 banking crisis. 1, declaring distress and removing management. Sanusi adjudged Intercontinental Bank distressed and removed its top management, creating the opportunity for a takeover. 2, forcing a takeover or merger. Sanusi forced a takeover of Intercontinental Bank by Access Bank, despite claims that Access Bank was significantly smaller in terms of operating capital at that time. Don't you guys find that funny? And when I say something, I say Sanusi, it's kind of like aided this, these guys, right? And you wonder why Sanusi was crying, even if he talked about how we supported him when he was, deposed, as Emma of Kanu. It makes you wonder. I'm going to read it again. Sanusi forced a takeover of Intercontinental Bank by Access Bank, despite claims that Access Bank was significantly smaller in terms of operating capital at that time. If Access Bank can have access to, take over Intercontinental Bank or buy shares and all that, even if significantly they had smaller terms of operating capital. That would happen if the CBN governor backs you. That would happen if somebody at the top backs you. So Mr. Ogada was saying, I was assuming. I said, Sanusi aided these people. And you wonder why Jonathan didn't even bother why he was removed. He was removed like as Emma of Kanu. This thing, I think there's a lot of things behind these things that Nigerians don't really know. And then I think Sanusi became rebellious.
Madam Rita, if it were to be Soludo that was still the governor of Central Bank, there would be no Wigwe and Aikimokwe today.
You see, some people are so, that's why I say sometimes you don't really argue too much with people, and because it's lack of information, and they say Sanusi as a CBN governor mastered and sealed the deal for the merger. Hello, Sanusi as a CBN governor, this is a regulatory report now. Mastered. What you understand with mastered? That means he has arranged every single detail approved by him. He mastered and sealed the deal for the merger, which facilitated the acquisition of Intercontinental Bank and all its assets by Access Bank PLC. Full stop. I'm not even going to go further. Go and do your research. People who have worked in Intercontinental Bank before, they can tell you what happened to them. So please don't argue blindly. Just go and do your research. So saying that now, and we are seeing all it's just a lesson for everybody. I mean, we saw a lot of big men crying. I'm sure they were not just crying that he passed on. I'm very, very sure. And then you wonder now, with all the things that have been going on the internet, you wonder now why Ij Imokwede, who was his partner, is so vested in holding on to Wigwe's daughter and taking control of so many things. Because this is allegedly, and I'm just thinking off my head now, with all these properties that we know now, like Mr. Elvis said, only UK that we know. We are talking about properties. I mentioned ways in which billionaires hide their money. I told you about horses. I told you about artwork. There's so many ways that you and I don't see, right? Where they really keep their money. So vanity is all vanity. You can amass all this wealth, and at the end of the day, it really means nothing. It's good to be wealthy. It's good to have this, this property or these valuable things in the terms of what the world would call valuable. There's nothing wrong with it, but how you go about it, it speaks a lot about you as a person. And it's unfortunate that this man passed. But however, I know the topic is, it's crazy how one person will own 106 properties in a foreign country. And you wonder what Jimovia has. You wonder what Mr. Jonathan said, who was, what's his name, Tony Elman? Who is Jimovia? I was reading something, Mr. Elvis, I sent you something on your WhatsApp. Please, can you check it? I got it from Facebook. And, it just explains something here. There's a lot of darkness, I feel. There's a lot of darkness surrounding, certain kind of businesses. And Nigerian banking industry is completely different from what you see in other countries. The process is because we have already corrupt foundation. So anything that's coming up from a corrupt foundation cannot be straight. And as you grow up, you have dangerous people who are supporting this corrupt foundation. So anybody who wants to now come and say, okay, I want to change the status quo, I want to change the dynamics, something's going to happen. And why do you think a lot of people are afraid in Nigeria? I don't want to talk about Africa. A lot of people are afraid. So it's hard for us to now find an Ibrahim Traore. Mr. Elvis, I'm going to stop here because if I go into Ibrahim Traore and the question you asked, that will be taking over, I'll be taking over time. So let me give Mr. Jonathan time to speak. Thank you very much. Mr. Elvis, are you there? Okay, Mr. Jonathan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I was checking the video. Is it the one that you sent from Facebook?
It's a picture. It's a picture, the last one.
Okay, picture. Okay, I was looking at video. Okay.
No, it's a picture.
Oh, no, there's no picture here. All of them is video. Everything you sent to me, video.
No, the last thing I sent to is a picture. Is a snap picture.
Okay, yes. Okay, I saw it. What is it all about? Should I showcase this? I don't know.
Yeah, you can showcase it because it's from a Facebook post. So that's to educate people more.
But what is it for? Talk about it first.
Okay.
Because I can see voodoo banking here.
No, I think
voodoo banking and karma.
Yes, so actually it's saying I might as well read it out if you want me to. This is coming from somebody on Facebook, and it was written in 2004 in February 16, and it came from Sarudin Sododo Akorede. The guy said the banking system and karma. He said the guy who wrote about Jimakode and Wigwe acquired Intercontinental Bank also forgot how Akingbola should change those who brought him to run the bank for them. When he arrived in London, he had no dime, but the guy who owned a very successful oil company called Kakasa, who got paid in dollars by the IOCs, invested all his money with another successful businessman to obtain the license and bought the Evaritos, I don't know what that is, to manage the bank for them, since they don't have any knowledge of how banks are operated. Akingbola manipulated them and took over the bank, with him having majority shares, so he who kills by the sword must also die by the same sword. Akingbola was doing voodoo banking as others are doing now. I guess, it's just a figure of speech. The person used the word voodoo banking. Mr. General was saying the kind of banking system Nigeria operates is not what you see in diaspora. So it's not saying I agree karma is a bitch. What about Mrs. Ibru, Oceanic Bank? All of them were cutting corners. Are you aware Olumba once had majority shares in Zenith Bank? He brought Jim Ovia from London to help run the bank. And today, the old man is licking his wounds. Jim Ovia is his cousin. And that's how the person stopped it there. To just make people know that, hey, this is what's going on. Make your own judgment. It's just the whole mess of everything. Yeah. So you can see that Wigwe can, with all the money going around, the oil money from different aspects, from different countries, different businesses, different politicians, even up to presidents. I think Wigwe went to even see, I think, the Prime Minister of England as at that time. So you people think it's not just Nigerian businessmen. These people are dealing with international. Do you guys see the people that came for this guy's funeral? Do you guys see the people that came? So it's bigger than what you and I are even thinking. It's bigger. That's what I think. So it is what it is, man. And that's why you see people like
yes. Yeah. You see, everything is just it's just the fact that Nigerians don't know what is eating them. We blame the politicians and everything, but the banking system is the banking system as an entity now, as take them all as one entity. The banking system is the enabler. If you take them out of it, all these shenanigans of the politicians cannot work. So both of them, they work hand in hand. When you talk of this is much of a international, we don't have banking in Nigeria. You pretty much have a trading outfit. These guys are traders. They are not really bankers. They are not doing the work of a bank in Nigeria. The easiest way that these people are making money, especially in the 2000s and between 2005 to up to date, it is just the oil. So it is just the crude oil. You can become a billionaire in less than 2 months. All you need to do, see, you just take a vessel from anywhere, maybe from the refinery from Romania, a refinery from Hungary, a refinery from, don't forget about the Netherlands. Leave all those ones. Forget about just take a refinery from Romania, take a refinery from Hungary. They refine, they load, they just bring it to the sea, halfway in the waters. Halfway in the waters. And the Nigerian banks prepare the necessary documentation. The document just flow. They give these people the letter of credit. Once they give these people the letter of credit, here on the other side, here in Nigeria, they collect the cash. Cash. I'm talking literally cash here in Nigeria. And they take their cuts from it and they pay the people that brought the vessel to the, it's just like two persons. They want to shake hands. You stay on your side, I stay on my side. You have the cash, I have the goods. So when I see the proof that the goods are there, they will now allow the vessel to cross to our side. Sometimes they take them to the Benin. The vessel stays on the Benin side. And once the documentation and everything is all completed through the letter of credit, which these banks, that's what the CEO, all of them, that's what they wake up in the morning, they go to their offices in VI. That's what they do. That's the documentation that is just moving back and forth with their staff. That's all I'm telling you, that's what all they do. If one vessel is not about to take off, another vessel, there is one vessel that is already halfway on the waters. And once the vessel gets there, they exchange the necessary document. Those companies that are bringing the oil, the refined oil now, in most cases, when these guys are really operating, the likes of Jim Ovia and Emokwede and Elumelu, during their period at the peak of it, when the vessel gets to the middle of the water, they exchange the documentation. The company, they give those people, they transfer the money to their nominated bank or designated bank. They transfer the money to them. On the Nigerian side here, they have collected money. That's why you now see them opening oil depot, oil terminals all over Lagos, across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Just see terminals building. You see all those tanks, all those gigantic tanks. They're just building up. They just offload. They just offload the diesel there. Once the diesel gets to Nigeria, now, money don't arrive. As they are finishing one, they are preparing another one. In fact, they have dozens that are already, multiples are going. So even if you are making $5 million on each one, and you are doing multiple per month, so you can imagine the type of money that these guys make in a matter of 1 year. And they pay the people. So you don't need to have cash. Literally, what they did was that you don't need to have cash. Have a refinery on the other side. And then you have your bank here. The bank issued the letter of credit. That is the comfort that the refinery wants to see. Once the bank here, and you can only do that through the CEO. You can't, there's nothing. It doesn't have to go lower. It must be at the top. They prepare that's the comfort. It's a guarantee. The letter of credit. They prepare it, they send it. The refinery move. They move the item to the middle. Once it gets to the middle, transaction completed, money is transferred. The vessel enter the Nigerian side, or it enter on the Benin side. The next thing, even some people, they don't even have terminal. They don't even have oil terminal at all. That's why you go to Tinkan today. It's oil terminal all over the place. You just see tank. You just see all this oil terminal all over the space. They are taking all the space in Tinkan. once the vessel arrives, you don't even need to have 1 naira. I mean, you don't need to have 1 naira. All you need to do is to know Tony Elumelu, to have contact with Wigwe, to have contact with Jimovia. That's all. They issue the letter of credit for you. That's all. You give them the letter of credit on the other side. They move the vessel. Once the vessel gets there, they give them the letter of credit. That is all. Then you collect cash here, because all you need to do is to now take that document that the refinery has given you because of the letter of credit that has been issued. You take it, bring it to Lagos. Finish. Just bring those documents to Lagos. Your cash is waiting for you. You will collect your cash. And who gets this? That is the question. Who gets this? Who give you this cash? That is the puzzle I know people wants to know. Who is giving you this cash in Lagos or in Abuja or from Kano or from Port Harcourt? Who are the people giving you this cash? The people giving you this cash are the people that are looting Nigeria through subsidy. They will give you the cash because they will collect it. They will say they are brought in petrol, they are brought in diesel. So once they submit the document, of course, they know their money is coming. So they will pay you cash up front. Guess what? The next layer of the transaction. The banks now in Nigeria will pay you the money up front because they have comfort that the subsidy money is coming. They will pay you the money up front. Some cases, $23 million, $50 million. These are the transactions, a typical transaction. $23 million, $50 million. And the CEO is getting a cut of $5 million, $2.5 million. One. And as I said, this thing is running their desk as in pure water. I mean, they have dozens of them. That is on a, so they amass a lot of money. So they are not, the money that they're supposed to give for banking, they're supposed to use and utilize for banking. This is the money they are paying people who are doing this oil business. They are just using it for oil business. They will pay them once the vessel, once you go to these people, it's like a drug to them. They are so into it. Once the vessel is on the water and there is a proof, you can search, they can track. They have in their offices, they track vessels. They know the location of the vessel at a given point in time. The vessel has gotten to this point. Once they verify that the vessel is there, they will release cash. And they will turn around to go and collect stuff. Yeah? So, Mr. Elvis, that is what is going on in Nigeria. But this is just a tips of the iceberg. We can't say it more than this here because it's too extensive, you know. But let's talk politics a little bit. It's all intertwined. Before I round up, I heard the news that Mr. Elvis, I heard the news that Kwankwaso is switching to ADC.
Yeah, resigned for NNPP.
He's resigned, so he's coming to Kwankwaso is coming to ADC. Yes, and then the first video, is it the first video that you played today? I don't know where that guy is getting his information from. I can only characterize it as just what he presented today was just rubbish. He was saying that there's a statement out there that there is some within the APC that 70% of obedient movement to get 70% of obedient movement to APC. He doesn't even, what is he talking about? What is that guy talking about? You don't know the meaning of obedient. What is obedient? You think obedient are just machine that you can robot that you just push them. Somebody can just tell me now. Because it is people like me.
That guy is always annoying you.
That is all annoying me. Obedience are people like myself. Like people like me, people like you, people like Madam.
But some of them are gullible now.
So it Mr. Elvis, see, you cannot just say you want to pack the way you pack sardine, the way they pack APC supporters. These people will not get head. The way they pack them, sardine, no, they get head. Have you opened any sardine? We get head. They don't chop off the head of those sardine. The way they pack them like sardine, you think that's the way they will now pack obedient? So if you think they can pack you like sardine to go and back APC, I'm sorry for you. I pity you. Obedient is not under the control of one man. Anybody that is playing that game is for his own pocket. He has collected money from Tinubu and his gang, and he telling them or promising them that he has a leverage over which leverage? No, Mr. Peter Obi does not. If Mr. Peter Obi do anything dumb today, he will forfeit the obedient. As in, like, the obedient will. There are people that see. You can't say 100%. Everybody, the entire people supporting Mr. Peter Obi have the same brain. But I can say
first in Manchester City.
But I can say for free that majority of people that are supporting Mr. Peter Obi have their head intact. And even if Mr. Peter Obi do anything out of order today, they will castigate him. They will say it openly. They will stop supporting him right away. And they will stay inside their house rather than going for supporting Tinubu. How? It is like now this ADC doing something stupid by nominating Atiku as their candidate. Many people will just stay inside. They will not support Tinubu because they will not eat their vomit. With everything they have said about Tinubu and his group, then they will now turn around and still go and vote. No, they will just stay clear. Majority will just stay clear. So that statement, I don't know where it's getting it from. Don't put that out. Because you are putting me, because you say obedient. I'm an obedient. So you put me inside that box. You box me together that I want to follow. Yes, somebody has collected money on my head. Somebody has collected money on your head. Somebody has collected money on Madam Rita's head, and millions like that. They are paid, so that person will just gather us as they gather people like Sandine under APC. Then they will just gather you all as Sandine, go give Tinubu. Wow! It doesn't hand up. That will never happen. There is nobody. Whatever they are doing there, they are being paid. It's a good thing that Kwankwaso is going to ADC. And it's a good thing that it will come together with Peter Obi. And I believe somebody has said it here so many times. I believe it was Black Panther that Atiku is going to step down. From what I'm saying now, it's very possible. We can still not say it definitively because Kwankwaso is there now. Kwankwaso is from the north. Atiku is from the north. So I want to believe.
But do you think Kwankwaso moved to ADC just to deputize Peter Obi?
Yes, he got the deal. I want to believe that he got that deal clear before he moved. Why would you do it? I want to believe that he got it, at least he got the award. Even though it is not written, but a gentleman agreement. Because if they backslide and they do otherwise, the whole thing will fall like a pack of cards. The whole thing will crumble. So they have no. It's all clear. See, Mr. Terrorism. See, this convention. Those of us that follow this APC convention this weekend since Friday, see what they are doing now. Tinubu, when they call him a strategist, that guy is a crooked strategist. For the very first time, the way he sent his moles to go and destroy all the political parties, now APC are now sending people to the north to divide the Hausas and the Fulanis. This is their card now. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, since I was born, I never seen where Hausas are now saying that they want to be on their own. Hausas are now saying that they want to be on their own, that they are not Fulani, and truth be told, all the governors, apart from 1 or 2 or 3 that you have in North Central, all the governors, they are Fulanis. Where are the Hausas? See now, Tinubu has gone now to be ringing it on their head that they are using you people. Stay on your own. What's the strategy? Divide the North, split the North. Because he knows that he's not getting the North in 2027. So these are the politics. These are the politics that are there. But one thing I would just say is this: the final word. Tinubu is a failure. Period. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I'll leave it there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. Madam Rita, your final submission, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. My final submission will be to your question about politics. You said, do you think Peter Obi, as a president, would step on toes? And
yes,
my answer is no, and I'll give you a reason why. Prior to 2023 election, I remember that they asked him this question. I don't know what station, and they said, if you become president, will you go after corrupt politicians? His answer was no. And this was, this was the case he presented. He said, he referred to former president of the United States, George Bush Jr. Said George Bush Jr. says it's a waste of time to go after so-called corrupt politicians, because the money you would use to go after them, you should have used that money to make a stronger system. So Peter Obi now said, so for his own, the way he would deal with corrupt people is he would change the system in such a way that the corrupt people will be forced to comply or they will run away. I wasn't satisfied with that. And I remember that time, I have to find that video. A lot of people were not really happy with that response. So it speaks a lot. Like, okay, for example, you want to see Malami. I mentioned this the other last time. I said, and, I got a backlash for saying that, but I still stand by my word. Someone like Malami, who has been proven by the EFCC to be a very corrupt person. We're talking about billions of naira. And, he participated in, the corrupt way in which the judiciary incarcerated and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya. And then now he's in Sokoto prison. So I just don't, that's why I said Peter Obi, as at that time, I said Peter Obi is playing dirty politics. He's playing dirty politics. So, and that answers your questions, Mr. Elvis. I think that, Peter Obi as a president, for me, he's still the best option right now. And some people, I think Mr. Joseph already said something about, he thinks he will step on toes because of his antecedents in Anambra when he was governor, because he went after all the big shots, all the admirals and everything, like he humbled all of them. But, that Anambra is a state of, I don't think about 4 million people now. I don't know if it's more. But we are dealing with somebody, dealing with over 200 million people. That's a very, very big gap. And not just dealing with one set of people, you're dealing with complex people, with complex issues, complex commitments, and international influences. So it's completely different. Being a governor and being a president are two different they're just two different sides of the coin. It's just like comparing apples to oranges, they say. It's kind of, they're both fruits, but they're different, and they have different roles in the body and different reactions when you eat them. So it's the same way being a president and being a governor is different. So my analysis is coming from what I've heard him say in the past and what I'm seeing now. I think he'll be a great president in terms of the economy, because that is the driving force, the economy of the country. And when the economy is thriving, the youths, there's a tendency for them to aspire to be something better than what they are now. I think Peter Obi will be a good president to develop people's minds. Yes, to develop, because when the mind is messed up, you can't have a good country. That's why a lot of the psyche of Nigerians is messed up. So when people talk about true democracy, they just don't get it because they've never experienced it. So Peter Obi is going to be a good president to change the mindset, of Nigerians. And he talks about it based on all the things he's talking about, like in the north. Say you don't need Amajiris. He mentioned just one state. This is Zamfara. I said it covers like 3 countries in Europe, and one country is producing milk and cheese. So he's changing the mindset to say, listen, Northern people, you have gold in your hand. You have land in your hand. You can farm and you can feed the entire Africa. If not entire Africa, I mean, even internationally, outside Africa, you can do that with your produce. The land is gold. So that is the mindset I'm talking about. But in terms of stepping after tools, Peter Obi is not going to step into tools. He's not. He's going to develop the minds and change the system. And the other question you asked, after Peter Obi leaves as president, are we going to see a Moses? Would that Moses follow through or go back to the old ways? I can't speak to that because we don't know what's even going to happen in 2027. So that's what I have to say, Mr. Elvis. Thank you so much.
Madam Leader.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me take this call. Mr. Jonathan, please hold on, please. Hello, yeah, good evening, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. Good evening to your panel. Good evening to Mommy Diaspora. Hey, I just want to quickly lend a voice to what you people are discussing. Thank God you are playing these things. And I thank God our people are seeing it. I want to say this first to you. Niger Watch, don't be surprised when you see anything from Nigerians. I am a bundle of stories, Niger Watch. You don't know why I call you every day. Unfortunately, when I don't come, I just don't know how to do it. This will read this story now. I don't know. We have to come in there. Access Bank, I knew some of the things going on there. I had been followed from there by that promise before. Through one of their staff. What goes on in some of these banks won't believe. And our people are not learning lesson. If this did not happen now, how would you know? We were all sympathetic when we heard of his demise. We were sympathetic. Somebody that is just in UK, 106.
Oh, your line went off. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Jonathan, go ahead. You wanted to respond to Madam Rita Adero.
Yes, I want. Yes, I want. She said something very about Mr. Peter Obi, that she believes he will be a good president in terms of the economy. But I also want to believe that he will be a good president in terms of the rule of law. And that is very, very key also, the rule of law. So if he comes out to be the president of Nigeria and he upholds the rule of law, there will be no resting place for the likes of Malami, because the rule of law will take charge. It will take their course. It will take care of them. And one of the ways that Mr. Peter Obi will be judged quickly, I'm talking of within the first of his first 100 days. I want to say when he becomes the president. I don't like using if. When he becomes president, one of the areas that he will be quickly judged is on the rule of law. If within 100 days, will he come out and be telling us this thing is going to take time? You know that this thing takes time. You cannot see. You start sinking from that. There is no hiding place. You want to get this job. You are fighting for this job. Nigerians are backing you up. No Nigerian is saying now that there is no time to fight this battle. It's an urgent battle, and we are fighting it. We are speaking Nigerians, all Nigerians, both at home and abroad. So don't come there.
A US-based Nigerian professor, Nke.
Don't come there and come and be telling Nigeria this thing will take time. You know, we have to investigate. Don't because you always say that too. You do your work. If you know you cannot do it, why ask for it? You ask for it, and when you get it, you get to work right away. You don't want to hear we're working on it. We want to let the rule of law begin to take its course right away. That is it. So I think in addition to the economy, he's also going to be a good president. You know, and there's no either or about this two. You have to do both of them. The economy and the rule of law. And I believe he knows, Mr. Peter Obi knows better. So, Mr. Elvis, you know, I use sardine earlier in one of my, you know, the people where they call sardine in my language.
Yeah.
Sardine head. Now, ebolo. When they say somebody get ebolo head, ebolo head. Now, him be the head of sardine. Because person will no get head, no fit think. So, yeah, your head is like the head of, you see, the head of ebolo, because ebolo, they don't chop. If you open sardine now, just get a sardine, you know, open sardine, all the everything inside, they don't chop the head off. So if they say somebody his head is like that of ebolo, then they don't chop the head off. You know, get head. So you know, if you think. So all the people where they support APC, let's look at it. The people that are supporting APC. Oh, that reminds me, Mr. Elvis. This lady, Adesua of Arise. That lady is good.
Very good.
Very good. That lady should be on the main morning show. If they take this Ayo up,
yes, it's really good.
Oh my God, this is so good, man. She just like Rufai. Honestly speaking.
Yes, now. And do you know they don't even feature her that much anymore since she started.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. I don't know why they are, you know, they are reducing her from some things. I don't know why.
That girl lady, she's so good, man. She knows him. I mean, she says she's so smart. You know, when she's interviewing and you can see that she's listening. She's listening, and she's the type of journalist that she will continue to take you on that particular question. She doesn't just move on.
Yes,
you must answer it. She will not just move on. Even though the entire 30 minutes, you know, slated or allotted for, even if it will take that question, you still put on that one. You know.
Mr. Elvis, I just remembered something now. I was just reading about Emefiele. Emefiele forfeited 730-something houses in Abuja alone. This is a former CBN governor. So when you're talking about someone like in Herbert, 106 property, that's just a tip of the iceberg. One person owning over 700 duplexes. So when you see some new buildings in Lagos State, you're like, oh, Lagos is developing. Or you go to Abuja, you see new buildings, skyscrapers. It's probably owned by one person. There's too much money everywhere. They can't even hide it in soccer ways anymore. They just build. And you go to Abuja, there's a lot of empty apartments. They can't afford it. Empty hotels. Like, who owns this building? Who owns it? You keep wondering. In a country where the capital, the poverty of the world. It's amazing. One person. This is one person that we know. 700 and something duplexes. To even have 100, can you even maintain 100? Over 700. One person, Mr. Elvis. Then you
country with tourism.
When you see a group of men, you know, in the north, they play polo a lot. They play polo with the horses a lot. Even in Lagos, those people belong to Lagos horses. Do you know how much is one of those horses? I told you about what the CIA agent said about these big men hide their money. Horses is part of it. Everybody in any polo club that owns horses, check out that person.
Do you know
a small person?
You are very right. You are right. Do you know that since the last time Wigwe threatened Adesua, that's when there's, you know, you start seeing less of her on air. Watch this video.
Water scarcity in Abuja, the Minister Wike's aide, Larry Olayinka, his spokesperson SA Media, sent me a message which I will post here. Is this a threat? Is this intimidation? Is this undue influence? I'm bringing this out to the public so you can all decide. I'm not sure if it's a mockery of our human rights. Section 39(1) and Section 39(2) of the Constitution enshrine both my freedom of speech and freedom of the press. It is my duty to both inform the public and scrutinize the government. Some of the things I spoke about, these are all actually in the public domain. The general manager of the water plant in Abuja, Daniel Sarka, in October of last year spoke about the scarcity of chemicals to treat the water. Aliyu Abdullahi by January had published that scarcity was imminent if the minister did not act due to the mechanical issues, the scarcity of water, and of course the diversion of water meant for treatment plants, but instead being diverted elsewhere. The water is being diverted by SCC Limited. Also, Sahara reporters by the 30th of January had published a report saying that a lot of that diversion, according to their sources, was going to Jordan Farms in Ushafa, by the diversion being done by SCC.
So after this video, at that time, you see they're going to see less of this girl. You know, that this is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. God, this country.
Mr. Elvis, who owns Jordan Farms Ashafa? Because if
I
you're
don't
saying that
know.
the water treatment is diverted to that farm, I will not be surprised if it's somebody in the government or a former army general. I will not be surprised. So this is what we're talking about. It's a cartel. That so Peter Obi can't go after all these people. He only has to change the system.
That's why I'm saying that Peter Obi, that's why I asked that question, that Peter Obi cannot deal with everybody, but he can give us that better Nigeria, you know, that you and I are craving for. But so for you expecting Peter Obi to step, because for me, what I want Peter Obi, I want a leader that will come in to be able to deal with those that have caused us pains in the past. Yeah, that's the kind of leader I'm looking for. Not a leader that will come in, not a leader that will come in that will just move on and forget all these people. You know, that one.
Peter Obi is going to do that.
You think Peter Obi will chase the past?
He will not chase the past, and these people will go scot-free. The only thing will happen is, in his own presence, their companies might start to fizzle out. Many of them will start going offshore to buy, like I said, properties or whatever, because they cannot sustain the system that they run, the corrupt system anymore, because Peter Obi has changed it. So the painful part that, you know, people really want to see is prosecution. So that's the issue. Will they be prosecuted?
Let me take this call quickly. Hello, sir. You I don't know. Your line went off earlier on. Quickly, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. You know, when I want to pick, you know, if I missed this thing, so the thing cut off. That's why I called you back. Yeah, thank you, and God bless you for calling me back. Let me just quickly go into it. What I wanted to say to you is this. What you are seeing here is just a complete picture of our Nigeria youth of today. When we are working in government, I don't want to tell you my story, but one day God gives me the opportunity, maybe whether in Nigeria or maybe I find myself in Europe and I meet with you, I can beg you to just spare some time. I'll give you history of me and where we are and what I have done. When you find yourself working with people like this, when you tell them, don't go this way, or I will not join you going such and so way, you become an enemy. Before you see it, they throw you out or push you to somewhere where you will not see the light of day. The eye problem I'm having today, Niger Watch, is as a result of some of high blood pressure that came at a time when I never expected it, but that's by the way. Now, what am I trying to say? Look at, for instance, I want to go back to the general who has now become an APC politician, you know, that we shamelessly, people don't even understand what they are supposed to be doing. Nigerians are dying, finishing, and you are comparing terrorists with a prodigal son.
All right.
Reading the Bible upside down.
Thank you.
Is that what a whole defense minister should be telling the people he's supposed to be securing? Niger Watch, don't be deceived, please. Continue to re-echo this thing that I want to say now. Let Nigerians know these people they are calling bandits, Fulani herdsmen. They are not Nigerians. These are terrorists. They are giving them those names just to say they are rehabilitating them because they have been part of us before. they don't belong to Nigeria.
Thank you.
I thank God for this thing you played yesterday about the young man, Captain Traore, and what he's doing there in Burkina Faso. And this, oh God, God help me, I don't let me lose you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wants to come out.
Let's round up.
You see, and I was pleased in the name of God. We try, and I will keep the much I can in any way I can pass the message to the youth.
Okay.
To do the needful.
Thank you, sir.
To do the
Thank
needful,
you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's round up. Thank you, sir.
Okay, just give me 30 seconds. Please.
Okay, sir.
Let them do the needful. But what is most important is this. It is your effort will not fail. If we fail, the worst that we fail to is that Nigeria will be splitted. Because we don't have anywhere to go again. These people have sold out Nigeria completely. God bless you. Thank you.
You are right. You are very right. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Oh, I don't cut them. They've sold Nigeria, and to rescue Nigeria, like Mandarita was saying, in terms of prosecution and all that. Yeah, Peter Obi to come in, it will give us that better Nigeria. But some people, I saw someone wrote on the comment section earlier on, maybe Peter Obi be fair enter first. You know, maybe fair enter first. Okay, maybe if you don't enter, we'll see something different.
Madam Mr. Elvis.
Yeah, just
Madam Rita asked earlier, who owns Jordan Farm? The Jordan Farm is owned by Wike's son. There are two of them, the two companies. They are both owned by Wike's son. This is the Corporate Affairs Commission.
Wow.
It's on the Corporate Affairs Commission website. You can search it.
Okay. Thank you. Give us a mandate. You have only 2 minutes. Quickly talk to us. I need to go now.
Okay, greetings to you and the panelists. I greet you. Mine was going to be a question on this issue of Wigwe, right? And then we're talking about the different banks, right? Now, I was asking Mr. Jonathan and Madam Rita on conversation. Now, with all of this that we are seeing, don't you even think that this is also filter into deciding who become a president if these guys are doing this? Because obviously, it will be that most of these bank CEO also are fronter for these politicians. So don't you think that maybe even behind the scenes, these guys are also playing their part to see that maybe a favorable person comes into power, they are able to push further into investigating them, open their account and things like that? Because we see Emefiele, for example.
Maybe Mr. Jonathan can quickly answer that. I don't know.
What was the question?
No, it's the issue of the big way, right? And the different CEOs, right? That don't you even think that this also determines how president is being elected? That most of these guys even stand behind the scene to decide who becomes the president, because once their favorable president gets there, their account of form is not opened. I mean, Emefiele is an example. You see where Emefiele did under Buhari. I mean, he was busy printing money, doing all of those things.
Mr. Gibos Amande, see, that is the issue in Nigeria. It's not only the banks. It's just that the topic of today, focus on that. These are the people that are, let me just put it straightforward. They are the one that is buying Nigeria. The other part, even the religious side of it, they use them. These are the people that help them to facilitate.
Before you even go further, do you know Akinbola had a back?
I know now. I mentioned his name earlier, Erastus. Erastus Akinbola was the former CEO of Intercontinental. We know the story between Intercontinental and Access, how Sanusi aided Access to acquire Intercontinental, even when Intercontinental way in strength. If one of the things you use to determine the strength of a bank, one of the things, apart from their capitalization, is the number of branches that they have. Intercontinental was all over Nigeria. Access succeeded. Erastus Akinbola cried out. No, they got Intercontinental from me. The sin that they buried Erastus for is the same sin now that Wigwe and all of them, Ovia, they are doing the same thing. They're all doing the same thing. The politicians are using these people. See, you can't get money out of Nigeria without the banks, unless you want to pack it inside the briefcase, load it inside a private jet, and then take it to another country. Highly unlikely. May be possible in some instances, but very, very uncommon. It has to be through the banks.
And I even think that I think that our problem in Nigeria is hydra-headed or multi-headed. There are a lot of rot in the system that we will honestly, if Mr. Peter Obi gets in, a lot of rot honestly will be dealt with. You know what APC? You know what APC is doing strategically? They have old thieves in APC. Then they have semi-middle thieves. And now what they're now doing is to recruit new ones. The likes of Sheyi Law, allegedly, the likes of all of these young guys, they are now, so they are on a 3-layer level. You see the likes of Tinubu, you see the likes of people in their mid-age, like of Pebolo, or maybe people like Wiki. You now see the people like Sheyi, Tinubu, the likes of Sheyi Law, the likes of Kubana. So they have them on a 3-layer level. We are honestly in for a very, 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 very bad fight. And this, see, I saw a video earlier, somebody crying in Kwara. He said these guys now have the energy to go into their various homes in Kwara and buy them. And Rich was asking, are they part of Nigeria or not? She was asking people, or she was asking online, are they part of Nigeria? These guys boldly go into their room and buy them. And these guys still went ahead and carry a convention without even dealing with security. These guys, they are on a 3-layer level, and they have them also in diaspora. That's why you see them in UK doing what they did. We are fighting a very bad system.
Nnamdi Kanu warned all of them. Nnamdi Kanu said, Yoruba people that are looking, that want to Yoruba my tribe, they are coming for you. Where are we today? 2026. They are already in your doorstep, Yoruba land. Nnamdi Kanu, they think he was just talking. They're already. They can't complain.
For me, I reserve my sympathy for all these people. I reserve it. I have the sympathy, the compassion that I have it for, but I reserve it. Let us see 2027, who these people will come out and vote. In 2027, with all this happening, let us see now.
Good luck to them. Good luck.
People will think that some people are not human beings, because the way that we'll have to come after them, if 2027 comes, let us see. For me, I'm talking of myself, but I don't know for any other people. People can have sympathy on them now, but as painful as it is, what I'm seeing there, those pictures, because that part of Kwara, my in-law did there, a thriving business that they have to they close it down. I'm talking directly.
Can you just imagine?
They shut a thriving business.
Do you know why Kwara State is very, very concerning to me? That's my mom's state.
You see, all those areas, Omuano area, the Kwara West area. You see the torture,
all of those places.
That's my. See, I just research. It's so painful. This Kwara is so painful to me. As painful as it is for me,
it's not a ghost town.
That one that they show, Mr. Elvis, that's just one. That's just one.
And that's why this issue of Sunday Igboho is so painful. So this guy was being used against Nigerians, and he was shouting somewhere in your state, fighting Buhari. And like you said, Mr. Jonathan, earlier, Tinubu honestly is an evil strategic. You brought in Buhari, and you are paying Sunday Igboho allegedly behind to be shouting Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation, all because you want to get, man, this man is something else. Nigerians, we are in for a fight. And I encourage, if you have not registered for ADC, please, if you have families, go and tell them, please. I only wish that we can have the link here constantly. Let's begin to send it out en masse. This evil must not befall us again. These guys are on a 3-layer. They are the older thieves, the old thief, and then the new one they are recruiting now, and they are recruiting from every year. Entertainers. Madam Rita, I saw what you posted earlier in our diaspora platform about some of this. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. We
My
have
dear brother, let's just wait. 2027 is here. God will keep us all alive. All these Nigerians that are being tortured, being oppressed now, being literally being fined every day. Let's just wait 2027, how these people, for the very first time in Nigeria, how they will exercise, what they will go for. What they will go for.
Imagine Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Every just played a video of Adeosuwa now. All because of what she said now.
Yes.
We don't know. So what happened to Khashoggi? Khashoggi went to Turkey. Nigerians, we are in for something. We are in for something. But I pray that this one we will get it right. All I'm banking on is the Kwankwasia movement. And I just pray for us to see that that Kwankwaso is able to get there with Peter Obi.
Kwankwaso is looking at 2031. That's why it's there.
Yes.
Doesn't care about Peter Obi
he's
or any
looking
of
for
us.
20. He's looking for
Wants to be
2031.
president. Yeah.
Yes. Even beyond, even 2035. That's what he's eyeing.
That's it. That's why it's there. He doesn't care about Nigeria.
And if he play it effectively well, now nothing stopping him, because the entire South will
exactly, because if he deputize Peter Obi and they rule well, obviously Peter Obi will give him power.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the problem. I don't have a problem with that. Kwankwaso far better than Tinubu, so that's not a problem. Not be the suffer with the suffer, so say no light, nothing. For you guys to know what we are facing. In fact, let me open take this thing outside small, make una hear some generator noise for everywhere for this country. Can you hear? See Nigeria, you will tell me say Tinubu is better than Tinubu, not better reach anybody. Tinubu is the worst president we have ever in Nigeria experienced. So the man not just, in fact, God, if we not allow this man to continue, make it continue after 2027, Nigerians go so far. Because what Tinubu is doing now is deliberately weaponizing poverty, you understand? So that in election time, anybody who manage seafood go happy, vote for him. And they've started it now. Can't you see how they are sharing money now? How people are staying on the queue to collect 3,000 naira? That's why they deliberately weaponize poverty. And it's affecting them. I don't understand where these people, these tribal bigots, and many of them, where they came from. Some of them on the comment section saying Tinubu must win. For real?
They are suffer never rich now. They are suffer never rich. Let me just thank Mommy D. Mommy Diaspora, thank you for helping me with the link. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Mommy.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I want to thank you, Madam Rita. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, my brother. Give us some other for coming to put your voice here. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you so much, Madam Peggy Modi, for the super chat earlier on. I appreciate every one of you. My mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you. And my brother, Abo Azi. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Madam Peggy Modi, Madam Eugenia, Uyi Desmond, and many others right there. Thank you very much, everyone. And God will bless you now. You guys remember that we have a donation that is currently going on, and the donation is very, very slow right now. Running a broadcast here with generator not cheap at all. It's not cheap. Please, just imagine if we are doing it because of the money. We've been on air since. The only super chat we got today is from Adapeg Monday. So that's enough for you guys to know that we don't come here because of what we are gaining, how we can have a better Nigeria. That's why we are here. But when it looks like the wonderful people that have donated, and some of you still lay back thinking that, maybe they don't know what they are doing. They just want to have a better Nigeria. There's a lot of you as well that have not donated or not be part of this. You also want a better Nigeria, but how are you going to achieve it if you know, we are not sacrificing and uniting and speaking in one voice. You know, like I've said so many times, if we now say now Mr. Jonathan to go to a Senate tomorrow, we'll buy ticket for him for 50 million. So now so we go lose strength, get headache to raise 50 million. We are not united though. Let's be honest. We are not. We are not. Because this is the first time I'm experiencing this after for the past 10 years to know that, you know, we have to raise 11 million naira for 1 month. Yes, that's where they go now. For 1 month. 2 weeks don't pass. So we are driving to 1 month the way they be so now. Where is the unity amongst us? Are we just going to fold our arms and be saying Nigeria will be better tomorrow? Don't you think we're supposed to have the power to choose who we rule or who will govern us? And the person who doesn't have anything, as long as he have integrity, then it's okay, let's sponsor this person. Don't you think so? We are not doing that. And it doesn't look like Nigerians can do that though. This one don't open my eye now to let me know, say, you know, like say Nigerians can do that too. Let's be honest. Now I see why many of them they criticize Peter Obi. Peter Obi not they give shishi. Peter Obi not give that. Peter Obi not they give this. So now in that month, now all of us go your day. You know they give shishi. You know they know how you want to support him to come and rescue you. Let's be united, my people. Let's be united. We are not. I don't know whether now you get what they do will cause this one, so but we are not. Let's be honest. Nigerians can allow Nigeria to burn just because they invest for one person. I'm telling you. So if you go burn, make the country burn, what it concern me? Maybe because they hate one person. It's not working. It's not working. I know a lot of people love me on this platform. A lot. And some of these, a lot of people that love me are the ones that have showed themselves by donating so far. Apart from the donation, I know many people organically love me on this platform. If not that, I can wake up. I be more when they take decision without I don't look back. I'm that kind of person. You know, I'm not telling you we'll close down our platform. I will not, but the most stressful thing I've ever engaged myself on in my entire life, now going live every particular time, every day. Uploading video is the easiest thing. I don't even need to do it myself. Do you know that the reason why you see that we are running live today, we don't have someone that we can employ to be doing this like before, because of the risk that goes with running live. There's a lot of risk that go with running live. There's no single risk in uploading videos, because once you upload it, nobody can enter inside the video. But this live, say I put one person for here now, say I have something I'm doing. Somebody comes and say he write Jonathan Kisley. The person will say he go accept her in. He says, I'm so sorry, I thought it was Mr. Jonathan Kisley. Or you see I'm Rita Adams. He will say, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know it's hackers. I thought it was Madarita. Well, I don't come. It happens before. Black Panther is listening to me there. Somebody came with Black Panther's name. Me particularly accepted the person in and it strike. This is the risk of life. There's nothing fun about life. It's just that he put pressure. You know, he put these people under pressure, the satanic people, politicians. You know, please, guys, don't let us lose our live stream, because we are paying a lot to run live stream right now. If it was to be uploading video, I don't think we need anybody to support us to upload videos. You know, please, the people that have supported so far, God Almighty, now God bless all of you now. I'm very, very grateful. Some of you did it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I want to say I'm grateful. But we are looking forward to announcing more names. I hope tomorrow is Monday. I really do hope that this week we can round this whole thing up. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all. And here now we're on draw the curtain. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, fingers crossed, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. If we can upload a pre-recorded video, we'll do that for you tomorrow. Good night, people, and bye for now.
Are you me da jindum? Are you me da jindum? Balano me da jindum,